Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, the writers have destroyed Sam's character. What the did I actually watch today? She was the definition of ride or die. Okay, and now it's like she knows Jason's bad. She's just automatically assuming that he's the one that shot Dante. And only Carly's the one that actually has faith in him, but the woman who's married to him, nothing. They've been destroying his character. They've been destroying Sam's character for a while. Okay, they've been destroying Sam's character for a while, and we're gonna talk about that today, as well as Drew, all the stuff on General Hospital, all the stuff on the Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful in General Hospital. Let's sit there and do a quick roll call. Black Minds in the chat. And thank you again, Black Mind. Thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. When I do my shout outs, I'm going to sit and do a special shout out for the members who've been here with me the longest. And you are one of them, and I could not be more grateful. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Black Mind. I appreciate you. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. Big Nate is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Unlimited is in the chat. After watch today's episode, it didn't come on Hulu. Yeah, that's I'm so sorry that you actually had to sit there. Um, I'm sorry you had to sit there and deal with that. Trust me, I have Hulu, and when I sit there and try to wait for General Hospital to come on, it's unbelievable. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Now, as you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. We have a lot to talk about. This is why I always sit there and say, come to the live stream because the video is like 17 minutes long. I think, and I did not plan on making a video that long, but we had a lot to talk about though. So, Anthony imagine saw imagery. It was scary. What was scary? Richard, how you doing tonight? Richard, it's good to see you again, my guy. Nate says when it comes to Sam, the character right now is going through the motions. Dante being shot and possibly dying. Jason back into the fold. It's a lot for her to take in. Well, Nate, you are a lot more gracious than me. I give you props for that. I'm not giving her none of that credit, but I will give you props for that. Ooh, good thing they got people like you. Um, to balance out the fire that I will be sniffed at spitting tonight. Ron says Pauline was pissed she wasn't having it when Lonnie told. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm so annoyed with how they did this whole miracle. Um, ooh, thank you for letting me know, Anthony. Yeah, they definitely ruined her character. Now, Lashanta says, I was rooting for Drew. I gave him the benefit of the doubt about Nina, but I'm done. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to sit there and talk about this too. Sam and Sonny are traitors. Yeah, definitely disloyal. Autumn, I understood Sam is an emotional wreck, but I'm thinking Sam was totally out of pocket for the way she was talking about Jason. Like Sam used common sense. Honestly, tell you the truth, Autumn, they gave up on Sam when they put her with Patrick. Okay. Unlimited says I used the chat to react to the episode in real time. Yeah, it's well, Unlimited. Did you try YouTube? Because a lot of times they actually do put the episode on YouTube. I mean, it's not going to be the crisp, clear version that you want, but you will be able to watch the episode if it's still on there. So just a little um or info on that. We're gonna talk about this for a minute, okay? Because what's good, Duan? Yeah, I remember, Ryan. I remember you saying that. Brad Bell's an idiot. So I guess we'll sit there and see what happens to him in a year. Well, in 2 years. Darby, what's good? So we're gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about this whole Drew thing. We're gonna talk about this whole Drew thing. Um, I wanna sit there and wait until we get some more people in the chat because some of y'all people are being out of pocket when it comes towards Drew. Okay, and here's this is something that I want to sit there and call confirmation bias, right? That means that because it's one character that you don't like, what he's doing is wrong and is stupid and is insecure. If this was a totally different character, y'all wouldn't be nearly this hard on on that person's decision to break up with Carly. That's the thing that Ren Autumn says. Then Sunny on tomorrow's episodes like, oh, I never forgave Jason and myself for Dante being shot. I'm like Sunny trying to sabotage any attempt on your life. He should be grateful. Well, yeah, but he's a disloyal POS though right now. Unlimited says during Carly scenes is a great example of the problems with the 2-page quick scenes. Soaps were great with the 6 to 8 minute scenes. Actors can't create momentum. In what particular reason, Lashante? Because you say you liked your. What did he do that was so bad? And what's good, Justin? Yeah, whatever, Sam. Whatever makes you think Jason hurt Dante because he knew about you and Dante. Exactly. So stupid. One nigga said Drew knew once the deal. Drew knew the deal once Jason came back. He knew it was over. Exactly. Exactly. He knew that, Monique. That's my whole thing. I'm like, why are people being so out of pocket with Drew when it comes to his um breaking up with Carly? We still have the unlawful writing of Chris and Dan Patrick and Elizabeth writing will debut soon. Hopefully, the writing for Sam will be much better than it was today. How is he right? Okay, let's put it this way, Autumn. If it was okay, why don't you tell me how he's doing this out of insecurity? Because this is something that everyone Smith is saying. I want you to understand when I'm Smith there talking in a lot of voice, I'm not coming at y'all like in an attacking way. I'm just trying to understand what y'all are saying. Because everyone keeps saying this. Everyone keeps saying he's insecure. Lashanta says, how many times did Carly ask Drew to drop his revenge? She didn't just break up with him. Ron, because he broke Clyde out of jail. That's why he's blaming himself. He helped break Clyde out of jail. Anything that Clyde does, he's gonna feel responsible. Gary says, I think this whole Drew Carly breakup outrage is so stupid. What difference does it make if he broke it off when we all know Carly wants Jason and Drew? Exactly. Well, we all want Carly and Jason together. This is my whole thing. Okay, people keep saying that he's insecure, but no one wants to sit there and give me an. My whole thing is when I bring up exactly. Monique says even Curtis don't believe that Jason shot him. So why the hell is Sam thinking that and Sonny thinking that? I don't understand why people Smith is saying that he's insecure because he doesn't want to be second. He doesn't want to be second place to any other man. He's the insecure one, but he knows how Carly operates when it comes towards Jason. He knows that Carly will sit there and put Jason above any other man that she's with. And you expect him to just sit there and just take it, but he's the insecure one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's some comment that it's some comment that Brock TV came up with and everyone's using it. But exactly. No, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, no, I got you. I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question. But the point is, he's not wrong. Y'all sitting there acting like he's wrong. So he's supposed to sit there and be with a woman who he's supposed to be with a woman that he's supposed to sit there and be with a woman that's not going to put him first. Like he's the one that's out of pocket. Come on, seriously. Arnold says Sam should ask herself why would Jason shoot Dante? Because why? Because what he and Sam are together. Like, but exactly, she's so stupid. He did, Lashanta. Um, don't really understand what that has to do with my question, but yeah, he did. It was good double C. But yes, Sam is definitely out of pocket, and she's meant to talk about, oh, I'm not going to forgive him. I was like, honestly, told you, why are you running so stupid for? This is when I made my video before talking about, has Sam ran her course? I'm like, yes, exactly. Why not? Let me say, yeah, I said that as well. Nina will end up with Drew, similar to Ava and Sunny having hate blank. They both are people who don't work in Sunny's orbit. Darby says nobody wants to be dumped, so why does people need for Carly to be the dumper while he gets tossed out like trash? I feel like there's a section of the chat who says, "Yeah, Queen, dump his butt." Darby, I think it's more. Here's the thing. I think it's more the fact that people don't like Drew. I think it's the fact that people don't like Drew. So if Drew does something if Drew does something that any other man would do, if another man was in that same scenario and they decide to leave Carly, people would be snipped saying, "Good job. I'm so happy for you realizing your integrity and stepping away from a toxic situation." But when Drew does it, oh, he's insecure, he's this, he's that, he's the worst. No, you just don't like him. So it doesn't matter what he does. So honestly, tell you the truth, when people say that and I sit there and roll my eyes, it's not because I'm being a dick. It's because people who say that, they generally have a compromising bias towards the Drew character anyway. Oh, you saw that too, Monique. Alana said Drew sabotaged himself. Carl and Jason have been best friends for the vast majority of the relationship. Drew should have known better than anyone. That's yeah, exactly. But that's why he left though. It's not saying he sabotaged himself, but the point is he left. So like exactly, Duane. And what's good, Francis? Hope you had a good day. Darby says all the other men in that town have too much sense to get with Carly because of Sonny. And LaShawn says, what's my excuse? I said I like Drew. Oh, I don't remember if I actually said an excuse. Well, I don't know. Yeah, but my whole thing is unlimited. Why take that chance? Why take that risk? She may not automatically do it, but she may do it. But the thing is, Carly has always put Jason first. Carly has always put Jason first. So like why would he sit there and do something that he's seen not work time and time again? Autumn said Drew got with Carly because Sonny and Carly got divorced and Jason wasn't there for the past 2 years. Drew was probably not thinking, why not? No, listen, I said a lot of I didn't sit there and say everyone. I said a lot of people dislike him. But if you're not one of those people, then yeah, listen, then my comment doesn't apply to you. I'm saying because a lot of people dislike him, they have a bias towards him. But if you're one of the people that like him, then that's different. Melinda, how you doing tonight? Let's everyone say hi to Melinda. He says if this was Billy and he played Drew, he would have hooked up with Carly and then broke out with her when Jason returned. Same as different day, and people would still call out Drew. We are agree to disagree on that, but okay. Yes, let's everyone say what's up to Melinda. Let me say, can Selena kill Marshall real quick? What a useless character. I think he was just stupid. Like, him sitting there looking at that bodyguard like he could take him in a fight. I was like, bro, you can't take that, man. You like 70 something years old. If you don't sit your old brittle ass down, like, are you kidding me? Melinda says, Carly always put Jason first and then Sonny. Exactly. So why would he sit there and be put in a situation like that? Or when he was kind of threatening Nina. Okay. I mean, I get that, Dewan. I feel. Oh, now Amber. Amber says General Hospitals is on Hulu right now. So Unlimited, just let you know, General Hospital is actually on right now. Onyx says, what would Jason's like be if he had left the mob? What would he do differently? Yes, Amber, and Unlimited, that's for you. Nate says specifically, I wasn't shocked when Drew broke up with Carly just now. He sees what is about to come, so it's better for him to leave. Exactly. Bow out now. This way they can still be friends. This way they can still be cordial. This way there's no resentment, right? Mm, good point. LaShawn says I gave Drew grace because he went through a lot in Pentonville. Yeah. Well, like I said, then the comment wasn't for you then. Element says Drew wouldn't hook up with Jordan because of Curtis. I could see Jordan hooking up with. I could see Jason hooking up with Jordan though. Jason Q love Keisha Ward. Well, yeah, I mean the before accident version, yeah. Melissa Drew needs to find someone else who doesn't have any connections to any of them. Yeah. But yes, they've been just destroying her character. Um, and so that's why I made the video has she ran her course because after today, I'm like, you know what, Sam? I don't even recognize the Sam character. This is the problem. I don't even recognize this chick. I don't even recognize her, if we're gonna be honest. Sam was the ride or die character. And now she's sitting there, talking about, oh, I'm never gonna forgive her. Like, bro, why don't you sit there and wait for some proof? Princess says Sam showing more emotion over Jason than she had over Dustin. And Melinda says they're making Sam weak. They're making Sam stupid. They are that well, they are definitely they're destroying the characters. Yeah. Debbie says my plan is for Drew having blank with Nina, get her pregnant, and having fat babies with Nina. The end. Yeah, that's true. But my whole thing, Lashanta, I mean, how many times does Sonny talk down to Selena? I mean, literally talks down to her like she's some sort of underling to her. Exactly, Melinda. She used to be a badass. I used to love Sam for the most part. Yeah, she did some out of pocket stuff from time to time, but I generally used to love the character. Her, like I said, her sense of loyalty when it came towards Jason hopping on that moped, just being a badass and everything like that. I used to love that, and I understood that. She started having kids, and she had to sit there and kind of take a back seat to her badassery. But like, she always had a sense of loyalty and understanding of Jason. Now it's like, what the are you doing? Alana says Nina and Drew aren't going to be at odds forever. They both are best friends with Curtis. He'll be the reason they make peace. Also, Willow, it could ask Drew to drop the dispute. Sure. That's true. That's true, Duan. She used to also be a yeah. And then they started destroying her character a little bit too. You're right. LaShawn says Albert for her to tell Curtis that without any proof was foul. No, I agree with that. I do. But I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's not like Sonny really had any loyalty towards her. He mostly used her like he. There's not a level of to be fair. There's not. I mean, yes, it was sneaky. It was snaky. But Lord, Sonny doesn't have any loyalty towards Selena. Sonny uses Selena because it benefits him. Okay, he knows that if they went at it, he would crush her. So it's not so much a sense of loyalty to her. So I understand her being like, yeah, I think that Sonny shot you. Sonny ain't loyal to Selena, so why would Selena really be loyal to Sonny? Francis says if Curtis tells Sonny what Selena said about him, they're going to be held at that. Yes. Melinda says new writers are crappy. Okay, so Melinda, what don't you like about the new writers so far? I mean, because if it's about Sam, then I can totally agree with that part. But what is it that you don't like about the new writers, Melinda? But and now you got. Oh, and this is something else that people were Smith to say, and I was kind of out of pocket. People were just like, Jason's a bad father because he told Danny not to tell his mom. He told Danny not to tell his mom because he didn't want Sam to sit there and caught up in whatever he's doing. Why would he want Danny to sit there and tell Sam that where he's at? Like, come on. Sometimes I swear it's like people find reasons to just not like someone and they just kind of stick to it. LaShanta says, I knew I didn't like Selena. Shot? Why would Sonny have shot at him? Okay. Nate says, new writers haven't taken place yet on GAs. This is still Chris and Dan. Also, Elizabeth, who made certain edits to before Patrick came on. Hmm. Okay. It's totally possible, Francis. And I'm not gonna lie, if totally possible. Now Melinda said they're not making any sense of the characters right now, but Selena could be the one. Well, I mean that's true, Melinda. But as Nathan said, um, he said that the new writers haven't took place yet. So we're still dealing with Chris and Dan. So if that's the case, then we can't sit there and blame the new writers if they're not the ones that's writing it yet. So um yeah, people are sitting there coming at him hella like foul a little bit. Like, oh, he's a bad and there was a couple people that were snipped to saying that he's a bad father. He's snipped there, making what you call it. Oh, Lashanta's birthday tomorrow. Okay, let me write that down. Amazing, gorgeous cat ladies in the chat. I'm done with Sam. Zach, yes. You write this down. Mm. Melinda says Jason's not a bad father. Exactly, but people were just like, that's what I said. When people was like, oh, he shouldn't have told Danny to lie to Sam. I was like, yeah, let him tell the truth and let Sam be involved in a manhunt against Jason. Like, come on. But like I said, people sometimes, I always find it very interesting. You know, I mean, it's not so much that I come on here to like knock people's comments and stuff like that. It's just sometimes I got to sit there and talk about this stuff, though. You know, because it's very, also I don't always get a chance to comment back and stuff like that, but I do read the comments. I want to let people know right now, I do actually read the comments. Exactly, Melinda. And even Drew was like, "Oh yeah, I hope Jason gets called by the cops." I was like, "Didn't Jason help you out in Greece? Made sure that you got back home to your family, and you're sitting there hoping that Jason gets called by the cops?" Now, on that level, I'll sit there and say that's pretty foul. LaShawn says, "I can't believe Alexis printed the story without proof." I don't know. Just don't know. Exactly, Francis. And it's like Drew forgot about that. And I know he was in his feelings about the whole thing with Carly, but I'm like, Grams, what's good, Grams TV? Have you been, my guy? Dory says, I don't see Selena doing an operation this big. She's ambitious, but Selena never been this far reaching for power. I think she's involved in this plot, but with her as the mastermind, I don't believe it. Crystal. Sam said that if Jason shot Drew, she would never give him, cut her some slack. Yeah, I can't do that. Sorry, I'm not the. I don't do grace. That's not me. But I hope you had a good day, though. Johan got a new what you call it. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm been good, ready to drink and talk soaps. Absolutely. And Karen is in the chat. What's good, Karen? I'm doing good, Grams TV. I'm doing good. That's true. What's good, Karen? Karen M. Yeah, I figured that. I saw that. Uh, Francis still think that Brick is beyond the shooting. Cutler said, "Yeah, no slack for Sam. Nope, she was wrong as F out of all the people." Exactly. I mean, granted, Cat Lady, I don't really cut anyone any slack, but yeah. I mean, the fact that she's sitting there, here's the thing, even if she think that's a possibility, I've been good, Johan. I've been good. I've just been working on some videos and stuff like that. So I've been good. I've been good. Um, I got some new regular videos coming out soon, so definitely take a look at, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I don't know. And she was definitely out of pocket. And I can't cut her any slack because they changed and mutated her character so much. The whole Sam would have never sat there and thought that. The whole Sam, let me tell you what Sam said today that really destroyed her character. She told Carly that if Jason calls you, call the cops. You think I'm gonna sit there and cut this chick some slack? Really? The guy who has the woman who has a baby with him wouldn't even be bothered to sit there and give him the benefit of the doubt, telling Carly to call the cops. It's always on Hulu for you. Yeah, no, Amber. With Unlimited, I guess it took a few minutes for it to come on, but I'm glad it's on now though. Unlimited said Jason used to roast the hell out of Alexis back in the day when she was their lawyer. Jason used to roast? Really? You sure? He doesn't seem like the type of person to really have a sense of humor. So, um, unless I missed something. Francis says she also said Dante love of her life, but also she used to say that about Jason. Yeah, you know how most of them do. Um, but like HBO Max gave you a free trial, but you had to sit there and deal with commercials. I was like, yo, listen, I'd rather just pay the $14.99 for that one. Spencer, this is so cool. They're going to implement Jason's tattoos into this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. Crystal says Sam will continue to feel some kind of way until she gets the real story from Jason or Dante. Sonny's not giving Jason the benefit of the doubt. Exactly, Crystal. No, no, no. Here's the thing: they're both out of pocket. I'm not cutting. I'm not cutting Sonny any slack out there. I am not. Let me tell you something, Crystal. I am not cutting slack. I'm not cutting Sonny any slack out there. So, yep, Johan. Hulu gives you a 30-day free trial. Yes. No, I'm not cutting him any slack out there. They both are coming across like a pair of jackasses. Jay Blue said Drew is all kind of special now. He understands that Carly Hart wasn't into running Crimson. Now that Jason's back, is laughable. Here we go. Jay Blue, welcome to the party. That's right, she did. Unlimited, she did. That's true, LaShawn. Well, she never liked what Jason. She doesn't like what Jason does for a living. Not so much about him, but yes. But again, people seem that they're getting upset with Drew, saying that he is, you know, he's insecure. But I'm like, nobody wants to be second fiddle to any man. And yes, thank you, Black Mom. Make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Johan. I mean, if you want to sit there and go, yeah, um, that's cool. I've seen some other friends do that. So yeah, we got 21 likes. We got 38 people in the chat. So if you want to join the stream, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Queen Becky D is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a lovely day. LaShawn says, Albert, that's why Danny was going to leave because Alexis printed that story. Oh, it was still out of pocket, but okay. All right. Spencer says, I like the part where Jason is sleeping with his gun. He always ready, even when he's sleeping. Yes. Although Spencer, I didn't understand why, Willow just walking off free around that gun. Karen says, I don't like Drew, but I admire him for bowing out of relationship. Carly would never put him first over Jason. Yes, Karen. Yes, 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 yes. Now, let me just say the truth is Drew can't just be a character to fill Jason's void. He has to be his own person, regardless of what Jason has going on. I mean, yeah, that's true. Gorgeous Queen Jess is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Hope you had a good day. Jess, what do you think of Sam today? What do you think of Samantha Call? McCall? What do you think of Drew, Jess? Oh, I was waiting for you to get in here. Yep, that's right, Johan. Listen, Johan, the subways are the Wild West, so yes, I totally understand that. Darby says Sonny is giving hypocritical vibes. He's been talking honor and loyalty for years, yada yada yada, but he forgets that loyalty and honor goes two ways. I agree. I agree, Darby. And I was gonna sit there and say, man, and I like Sonny too, but wink wink, please tell me that they're not going to put okay, Jess, you are right and wrong at the same time. How is that even possible? How is Drew a loser? Please explain that to me. Where's Drew living at? The coordinates, right? Hmm. What? Yes, Johan, they are. They're very dangerous. They are very dangerous. They're extremely dangerous. Unlimited says, I don't understand how Drew can accept Jason's role in Carly's life, but Sonny and Jax were able to deal with it without Jason's memories. What? I don't, you know, honestly, tell you, Drew, I never understood that. Because let's be honest, they never should have. They never should have sat there and did that. That is absolutely asinine for Sonny and Drew, Sonny and Jax to sit there and do that. Uh, what's good, Dawn? There's muggings, there's people pushing people off of subways and stuff like that. Yeah, they're criminals. There's people with mental health problems. Have a night, Francis. It was good to see you. Just said nothing has even happened yet, and he's just giving up. Just no, 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 no. This is what. Okay, okay. I'm gonna sit there and try to explain this in a way where it doesn't come across as condescending and me being a dick. No man, okay? Just I want you to sit there and listen to me for a minute, and other people too. No man should ever have to sit there and play second fiddle to another man. Okay? No man should have to do that. She did give up on him. No man should have to sit there and play second fiddle. Okay? He knows that Carly will always put Jason first. She did that with Sunny. She did that with Jax. He recognized the patterns. He was like, I'm not doing this. You must be out your damn mind if you actually sit there and think that he's going to sit there and be in a relationship with her where she's always going to sit there and put Jason first. Get the F out of here. I know. I know, Darby. That's why I had to sit there and be like, amazing, gorgeous Queen Janet is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? I hope you had a lovely day. It's good to see you. Get the F out of here. He's not going to be sitting there playing second fiddle to somebody else's and in a relationship of his own. Wink Wink says, I feel like everybody in Port Charles got amnesia. Where's the loyalty? They know Jason. Janice says, not loving Lily's situation. Heather, here's the thing Heather is this trash, and Daniel is a coward. Okay? The fact that when Lily walked in with her groceries or whatever, which by the way, nobody bothered to sit there and help this poor girl, she had to drag out the truth out of him. I was like, oh, are you kidding me right now? Bro, man up and sit there and tell her what happened. Oof. Daniel annoyed me. Let's just put it this way. Wink Wink says, I feel like, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying, Wink Wink. I'm like, Sonny and what you call are out. Thank you, Wink Wink. Thank you. Thank you. Let me highlight this right there. Yes. Darby says, no man or woman shall be put. That's true. That is exactly true, Darby. Just said yes, Jason is important to her. If he didn't like it, then he shouldn't have pursued her. How is she still connected to Sunny? Is he going to have a problem with every man in her life? Part of me is like, I really wish I had some wine right now before I read this comment. AE, what's good? Just as she showed me where she put Jason ahead of, show me where, Jess, she has a bad reputation of doing that. Yeah, Johan, yeah, they make new episodes. We're talking about the episode right now, and AE was good. No, yes, Darby, equally, no woman or man should ever have to sit there and put up with that. But here's the thing. This is, okay, this is the definition of what I call confirmation bias. Alyssa, what's good? This is what I call confirmation bias. Okay. Jess likes Carly, right? So in Jess' eyes, Carly could damn near almost never do anything wrong. She doesn't like Drew. So she wants to sit there and say that Drew's being insecure. He's separating himself from a bad situation. Any person in his situation would do that after sitting there watching for years of what Carly has done with her two other relationships. But he's the bad guy because he left? No. It, no person should ever have to subject themselves to that. Anyway, man, where he sat there was like, I said nearly, but you're missing the point, love. Point is, he took himself out of a situation because he knew it was going to get worse. Alana says, "Don't do that, Albert. I like both characters and her, and I'm saying similar things." Well, here's the thing. No, Unlimited. I said her. I didn't sit there and say all Carly fans. I just said her. Just as he's not a bad guy, but he's insecure. You know what, Jess? We're gonna agree to disagree. I'm gonna sit there and be the mature one because Lord knows someone has to. We're gonna agree to disagree on that. Yeah, we're gonna agree to disagree on that. Selena's scared. What do you like about John? LaShawn said Albert Jason was in her home, so Carly should have called Drew. Maybe. Olema says it's not a good example for her either, is my point, not a case of confirmation bias. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what, Unlimited? We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that because dis I strongly disbelieve that. But this is the part where Jess still thinks that she's right. But okay. Um, he said John is the only legit character so far. Unlimited says, I don't see how today's episode led you to Sam's takes. I don't like the direction that Sam is going. I don't like the direction that Sam has been going. And I think that they had no idea what to do with Sam since Patrick. Because, oh, thank God somebody actually is. Thank you, ZK. But yes, I don't like the way that Sam character is going. And the fact that she told Carly, hey, listen, if you talk to Jason, call the cops. Why don't you wait to sit there and see what happens? Because Unlimited said, "Do you like Sam as a character?" I used to like Sam as a character. I used to like Sam as a character, but the way that they're writing her character is just out of pocket for me. And like I said, when she sat there and said, "Oh, if you talk to Jason, you should call the cops," like, are you kidding me? I'm still here. Oh, okay, yeah, no, no, y'all, no, they there's new episodes every day. No, I mean, I kind of figured that you didn't watch it, but no, Johan, just yeah, it's yeah, luckily it's still in the air. ZK says Sam has changed so much, but it's not the point of limited. That's not the point. Wink Wink says they ruined Sam's character. She used to have a shotgun on standby. Now all she does is whisper when she talks, speaks up. I feel like that's more the energy of the actress. But yeah, Jess says Sam is an idiot. Why is Carly the only one who knows Jason couldn't have done it? That's the same thing with Sonny too. That's the same thing with Sonny. And ZK says I'm still waiting for Jason to do something useful with Sam. Yeah. I mean, being with Dante was just very odd to me, but it's like they didn't know who to pair her up with. So they pair her up with somebody who shares a sibling with. I just, Element says, I think they were trying to show her conflicted between her love for Jason and Dante. They wanted us to believe Jason and Dante are her great lovers. Okay. I didn't get that, but okay. All right. I respect it. Element says, exactly, you never liked the. I mean, no, I didn't, but that's beyond the point, though. It's more than just not liking the pairing. That's literally the least of it. Wink says Sonny should know better. He always talking about loyalty, but he's not loyal anymore. A says those teenage boys all look alike. I can't tell them apart. This is a better example of your complimentary bias your takes on Sam. Well, I think it's just more of a agree to disagree situation. And honestly, to tell you the truth, again, their pairing has nothing to do with that. I haven't liked the way that they've written Sam for a long time. But it's just to me it was just stupid. In my opinion, it was just dumb. Yeah, exactly. Autumn. It's like on Bow and the Beautiful with RJ. It's just weird. ZK at this point, I probably wouldn't mind it because honestly, to tell you the truth, sometimes I feel like even the actress just phones it in on some of this stuff. He says Sam has kids with both brothers. Yeah, that's weird. Only says you said since Patrick, LOL, which I did like Sam Patrick way. I liked her as Emma stepmom. Oh, okay. Actually, I did. I did, Johan. And then they just got stupid after that. Like the movies literally went downhill. And I don't think that they went downhill because the Wayne's brothers wasn't in it. I just think that they just went downhill. Yeah, same, Jess. Alyssa says Sam deserves better and Liz too old because of Carly's hospital. I feel like for the liaisons and Sam J Sam fans. Alexandra says I can't get behind Sam and Dante because they have a baby. They had a baby with dad. Yeah. And how you doing tonight, Alexandra? Oliver says I don't disagree with you on B&B loving doing the Dante and Sam borderline incest pairing. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. Just as now they found the doctor, who the F cares? What do they think they're gonna do? Get out that conversation. What do you think they're gonna get out that conversation? See, that's the thing, Jess. I said the same thing, and people who sat there and disagree with me because I'm just like, you don't have a time machine. You can't go back and get the years that you lost, right? This guy's not even practicing medicine anymore, so it's not like they have to worry about this person doing that to anyone else. But he says he wants closure, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Hmm. But yeah, Johan, like I said, after the first two, they just maybe I just kind of grew up and just kind of got over certain parody movies. Wink Wink says it's Marshall's fault for not getting a second opinion. Oh damn. Just says I'm just over it. Marshall should have followed up if we're being honest. And Jay Blue is with you. I don't. I never actually saw a haunted house. I never actually saw the first one. I don't know. When it comes to his comedies, I used to watch them more back in the day. Now it's more scary movies to me. Lemon says when I forget Sam and Dante share siblings, I actually like them together, but I was initially opposed to the pairing. I think the writers believe Sam and Dante are more of a popular couple than I'm assuming that they actually are. Just as in Curtis just be talking to Miss Wu any kind of way. Yes. Did you see that scene when Marsh was like, I'm not scared of him? I'm like, bro, this guy's like 6'2". You're 70 years old. Sit your ass down somewhere in the corner. Okay. Curtis like, oh, my pops could sit there and handle him. Bro, like I'm trying to be nice and not be canceled, but I'm like, bro, I don't think you can actually do anything to help the situation out. Okay. Marshall needs to sit there and sit his dusty ass somewhere. Deuces says Sam stood by and watched the baby being stolen, but her doubting Jason ruined her. Well, that's true. That's true too. I'm just saying, ZK. Let's be honest. If we're being honest, I don't think I can take that guy. Okay, I don't think I can take that guy, ZK. That's exactly that man will tell as hell was tall as hell and could easily flip. Oh no, no, but I don't know. It's just like I said. I just got into more horror movies instead of comedies. I don't remember the last comedy I actually watched, to be honest. Wing says, getting back to Lily, I cringed when Lucy hugged her. She just a backstab as her parents. She was playing matchmaking, knowing Lily. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Wayne. First of all, Lucy was just annoying in general. Lucy is such an annoying character, but like she's sitting there being like, "Oh hi, I'm glad you're back from your trip. I hope it was well." And I'm just like, "Shut your ass up! Shut your ass up!" Honestly, tell you the truth, anytime they actually have Lucy in a character, she's just annoying. So yeah, like I totally agree with you on that. Tracy Stays was good. Jay Blue says I'm more into comedies than horror movies. That's fair. And Tracy also loved comedies. Yeah, I used to love comedies back in the day, but I don't know. Little Man was funny too. Yeah, see, I never actually watched. I That was probably the one movie I purposely didn't watch. He says I retired BNB and YNR. Hmm. I don't know why, Wink, but I find her actually to be more annoying than Violet. But I guess I don't find Violet that annoying now. Baby says, "What do you mean? You think you can take? You think you?" No, I said I don't think I can take that guy. I said that I don't think I can sit there and take that guy. Let alone him. Yeah, no, I honestly tell you the truth. I mean, I'm glad you liked it, but for me, yeah, I was not watching that movie. Yeah, it's just not my kind of movie. Just to be nice about it. Lisa says maybe the reason why he thinks Jason changed is because Sonny himself changed after Nixon falls. Maybe, but it's still out of pocket and definitely shows a lack of loyalty as he so always claims. Jay Blue says I used to love horror movies when I was a kid, but not so much anymore. I'm too sensitive these days. No, here's the thing, Jay Blue. I respect you saying that, and I respect you knowing, hey, listen, this isn't for me. So I respect that. I love horror movies. I love horror movies. The more horror, the better. The more scarier, the better. The more gore, the better. That's just me. Lashanta Sam begged Jason to have a baby. Yeah, exactly. Now she's all disloyal as F. But so is Sunny too, though. Wink says why it needs to be a kid. They let her get away with being an adult business too much. Darby says, "Oh yeah, no, yeah. I never got a chance to watch that. Actually, I think I watched the first one. Johan. Darby says again, that guy, Albert, I have your back all the way to. Like I said, Darby, I'm just like Marshall. Stop. Also, do you need? Here's my thing. I think if Selena was more of an actual mob boss, she wouldn't allow Curtis and Marshall to talk to her the way that they do. So I put that on Selena as well. Tracy says can't do a horror movie, can't do a horror films. The music gets me. No, I get it. Oh yeah, no, Johan, no, I love The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring. I want to sit there and watch the Nun series though. Element says Jason never really had a relationship with Danny Drew, and Jason cultivated more of a relationship with Jake. Jake is the oldest after all. That's true. Jay Blue says, I thought of you when nobody on Jeopardy knew the answer for the movie Thanksgiving. I haven't seen it yet. I never, I knew the answer. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen the previews of it. I don't know if I actually want to watch it. Like, I like horror films and I like slasher films sometimes, but sometimes they're just very predictable. That's why I wasn't a huge fan of Blood and Honey. Because you take these Disney characters, which is great, but you make it a typical slasher film. Like you didn't do anything new with it. I don't know, Lemon. I don't know, Lemon. I feel like she needs to start making some examples. I feel like she needs to start making some examples because My bosses don't kill people for making, well, not killing people, but I mean, breaking some legs or something. Like, I mean, I don't think she could really do much with Curtis, but can you like threaten a family member or something? Becky says, Albert, I put that on my writing, making Selena passive now. It's not realistic at all. Exactly. Teresa says, what do you think about the new detective that's supposed to be protecting Sonny? Oh, John? He's interesting. He's interesting. I'll say that much. Sounds like exactly, Jay Bloom. You want to have it's like make her believable. Johan says they made new parts of the night. Yeah, I never actually saw the first. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. When I get some time. I want to sit there and watch it. Jay Blue says when Smooth start making people fear her, then I'll start taking her serious. Exactly. Yeah. LaShawn says, Albert, what about Jordan? Well, what about Jordan? Sonny trusts Ava, but not like Jason. What about Jordan? I don't get you to say what about Jordan? Maybe because I'm like talking like 43 people, but like what about Jordan? You know, ZK, a lot of people don't. Spencer says I'm glad Michael knows that Jason didn't do it because if I could reach to that TV yesterday, yeah. Like I said, I'm just not. Well, I mean, yeah, Jay Blue, but I mean, he has a reason. Johan said he always made saw a new part. Yeah, I saw the first saw, but then after that, I don't know. I just stopped watching it. I think I just didn't have time, and I just was not interested enough to get back into it. It was like a queen pin is more stealthy than forceful. I guess so. But I don't know. It's not working for me. Oh, it's definitely bloody. No, that's definitely true. It's definitely bloody. I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the unique traps and stuff like that they put in those movies, and how they're gonna sit there and try. I like the thought process of that stuff. Um, so I never completely abandoned it. It's just not something I made time for. But it's kind of like on my wish list, you know. Now, Liz Sean said Liz dumb self thought Jason. Yeah, exactly. She was out of pocket as well. She came in and started acting like a damn Karen. Oh, Unlimited says watch Queen of the South. Or okay, maybe. I mean, yeah, I never actually seen Queen of the South. Or yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's not working for me. But you know, I see the point that you're trying to. I see the point that you're making. LaShawn said, "I don't like how Kate's questioning questions Anna. Why not?" And then just says Ann Jordan. Oh, he left. Okay, so at the end, and what's good, Mel? Yeah, I was wondering where you was, Ron. And how you doing, Queen Mel? I don't understand that. So they instead of actually taking Jordan to the cops, y'all just left her in the room. What happens when she gets out? I just But somebody as smart as Victor Newman and Nick Newman to just leave this sociopath. I started watching some of it now. It did look good. To leave her in that room by herself, I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's over now. Like that was just so dumb. And I was tell you, Victoria was just getting on my nerves, to be honest, in this episode. She just kept bouncing up and down the walls and just, ugh. Winkler says someone mentions, so that's exactly what wrong. Yes, thank you, Wink. Thank you, Wink. Ron says, what did you think about Past telling Kayla about Clyde's escaping? Um, Ron, I feel like when Kayla finds out, she's gonna be pissed off at Steve. She's gonna be annoyed at Steve. That's what's gonna wind up happening. Yeah, I love it. I think so too. I mean, she can do better than Sunny, so she can definitely do better than Sunny. I'm like, why would you leave this deranged sociopath in a room by herself? Like, I don't understand that. I mean, yeah, okay, she could probably starve to death, but like, come on. And yeah, again, just going back to, we didn't even talk about B and B. We didn't even talk about B and B and how Bill is giving his scumbag son a pass to be predatorial when it comes to a Steffi's relationship. Like, are you kidding me? Well, yeah, LaShawn, that's true. But to be fair, they don't. Here's the thing. I think they're good characters. They just don't give them. See, because they try to do the whole romance thing with them, but they don't actually give them any drama. I think if they actually gave them drama and stuff to do, then yeah. Oh, I know, Mel. You did sit there and say, I give you your props. You did sit there and say that. So, you definitely got my props. I thought it was stupid as hell. Um, I thought it was I thought it was stupid as hell how Abe got his memories back. I'm like, what are you doing? That's where all of this is going. That'd be crazy, Unlimited. Yeah, exactly. Let's not just locked her up in a room. I'm like, take her. Well, I guess maybe Victor Smith did thinking maybe if they take her to the cops and she gets out, then she's just gonna do it over again. But I don't think that this is smart. Wayne says because Bill is a scumbag too. Bill was my guy until he proposed to both Brooke and Kate. Thank you, thank you. I remember he did that, and I sat there and said something. And people was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You're crazy. You don't know the history with Brooke, and you don't know the history with Katie." I'm like, I know that he was a scumbag for sitting there doing that. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I remember that, Wink. That was but that's my whole thing, though. He literally practically said that he's gonna wait until their relationship becomes very damaged, and then he's gonna sit there and take advantage. Like, are you kidding me? Ron says Albert Office Goldman made a bad decision. How could she be so careless by letting um yeah, because she's just stupid. She's stupid. I mean, you can sit there and say young, dumb, and in love, but Albert, where's your Katie baby nation? I don't know. Susan was good. How you doing tonight, Susan? Don't worry, I still won't ask you to pay my bills. And no, that joke is not going to get old. Seriously, Susan, is really not going to get old because of, well, reasons. Okay. All right, then that's cool, Mel. No, thank you for letting me know. I like his character. I like the actor. I don't like that stupid mustache that he has, but whatever. Exactly, LaShawn. I said the same thing. I'm glad you're doing good, Susan. It's good to see you. Unlimited said Drew can't go to war with Nina. She's a woman. It automatically looks abusive, make him into a villain. Nina and Drew can escape Sunny's orbit together. Hmm. Um, yeah, Ron, you like dipped out. But yeah, Susan, I just I sometimes I feel like I have to sit there and keep telling that joke because yeah, I'm glad you're good though, Susan. Glad everything is all good. And it says, well, Autumn. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what. You didn't miss much. Okay, just a quick reminder. Liam is still going after Steffi, um, and Bill supports it. Hope and Thomas was remembering war. Susan says we do think. I can't, Susan. I mean, I saw the stream today and I was just like, really, bro? And you already know what his stream was about, too. That's the sad part. You already know what his stream was about because I saw it. I was like, but yeah, Hope and Thomas was remembering Rome, where Hope wrecked her marriage, and Fenn is still having PTSD from Sheila's death. The end. That's literally the whole episode. I just saved you a whole 18 minutes. That's actually what happened. Finn is still having PTSD. Hope and Thomas are remembering Rome, where Hope wrecked her marriage, and Liam is talking bad about Thomas. I mean, is talking bad about Finn and wants to break up their marriage. I'm not even joking. That's literally it. Autumn says, Robert, that's not the end. No, no, that's literally the end. Autumn, that I'm exactly wait. No, but that's what I'm saying. No, I'm literally sitting there being like, hey, he says, can we take up a collection for Tana for Tana to take acting classes? I'm done. Yeah, he is a bad actor. Mel. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Daniel the scumbag, who's a coward, and couldn't even be bothered to sit there and tell Lily the truth. Lily had to drag it out of him. Well, he is Dollar Bill, Ron. He is an interesting character, even though he comes across as a scumbag sometimes. Krista says, Albert, I asked last week where was the guy Jason killed. Michael asked Jason, why was only Dante there when Josh and Dex arrived? And Jason changed the subject, wondered what I said, yes. Thank you, Crystal, because I'm just like, did he disappear? What happened to his body? Seriously, what happened to his guy's body? I'm so glad you actually brought that up because I'm just like, yeah, he is pretty bad. I agree with you, A. He is pretty bad. Oh yeah, Lil shot. No, Ashley got DID. Just that they said the second shooter body vanished. Yes. Exactly how? Here's the thing, Jess. Unless the people that Jason was working for came in there and cleaned it up, that's the only way that makes sense. Wink says, I was looking at Lily today thinking, damn, Daniel fumbled the bag. Oh, he definitely fumbled the bag. My whole thing is like, she walked in there, and this is what she had to say. Daniel looking like one big happy family. And Lucy and her, I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. And then if you saw tomorrow's episode a little bit, if you saw tomorrow's episode a little bit, Heather's like, so what happened? Hmm? What happened? How did she take it? How do you think she took it, idiot? You know, Ron, I wouldn't put it past Everett. LaShanta said, go get help. Finn, have a seat. Oh, yeah, exactly, because Finn is not allowed to have emotions, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's cool, Mel. I'm glad you liked it. I mean, I didn't really care much for the scene, but I'm glad you liked it, though. Just as still, they should have seen it on camera. Yeah, they definitely fumbled the bag with that. I mean, yeah. But that's my whole thing, though. Again, and this is what I said in my review. I was like, some women act like men aren't supposed to have emotions. They're supposed to sit there and get over it to serve. I mean, support their wife. Like, god damn, let this man grieve. My whole thing is like, Ron, I really can't blame Heather. Why can't she? Well, no, 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 she can't. No, she should definitely blame Dan. Yes. Wink says Heather is setting a bad example for Lucy as Heather being the. Let me just highlight that. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only, just said men can definitely have emotions. I don't know, Jess, because here's the thing: the way it's well, yes, well, thank you. I'm glad you gave us permission, but my whole thing is like y'all come at Finn so sideways, like he's not supposed to have feelings. The dude is having PTSD, and y'all sit there acting like he's supposed to just. I mean, it's possible, Crystal. I think they should have probably did a bad example of that. This even when I disagree with Jess, this is why I still rock with her. This is why I rock with her for one of many reasons. I mean, besides the fact that she's hot, but like I'm just saying, like, just as because there are more important things that matter, because there are more important things that matter. What does that mean? Ron says, Albert, even if Sheila is alive and Stephanie stabs Sugar, she's going to be facing charges for murder. It's kind of hard to sit there and say that because Sheila did break in, or whoever was broke in. Harris was being selfish, not telling. Well, yes, I agree with that now, to some extent. No, I was actually just drinking hot chocolate, but then Jess started talking, and honestly, tell you the truth, she almost actually made me want to start drinking wine. Like I actually genuinely almost felt like drinking wine after I was like, you know what? Let me just woosah that out. Just so you ask, why can't Finn still grieve? He can, but there are more important things. What? Just says, who drinks hot chocolate in 60-degree weather? Me. A says, spike that hot chocolate. Honestly, tell you the truth, AE, if I knew that Jess was gonna sit there and give me that type of energy, I would have bought the wine in advance. I'm not even joking about that too, AE. I would have literally brought that wine in advance. Wayne Green says, I'm tired of this narrative that men can't have emotions. Are they sassy if they do? Are they sensitive if they do? If a man can't be vulnerable, then why should a woman be allowed to? Stop the double standard. Yeah, Lashad. Yeah, I mean, I know he was dead, but it's like, where's the damn body at, though? I used to, and then I started drinking like every day, and then I slowed down, and then I just kind of got too lazy to go to the wine store. But I feel like Jess is actually giving me motivation to go back. Becky says I make coffee with a hot chocolate pack on a regular. Yeah, see, I'm. Harry says Finn Finnegan is a good man. I thought it's John Finnegan, but just said good, get drunk. Jess is so sweet to me. Jess is so sweet to me. Look at that comment. Look how thoughtful and nice and just sweet that she is. Thank you, Jess. What? What can? Oh, what? And Ron says Finn belongs to the streets. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean, Ron? Finn belongs to the streets? What? Come on, Karius. You want to act like you didn't see that coming. LaShanta says you can cry over someone who shot you and your wife and let them for dead have self receipts. Okay. Wink said since I started working from home, I make coffee with a buzzball. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta get back into the Scream series. I think I watched one and two, and then like that was it. Krista says I can only stay for a minute. I just want to say I don't blame the writers. The actress got exactly what she wanted. Hmm? And cherry ice cream was good. Krista says I'm done with the move. I'm beat, so I've just passed out. Yeah, it was like you're still moving. Like how's that going? Well, I was gonna sit there and say how's that going, but you're passed out. So Wink says a coffee buzz is alcohol. Oh, LaShawn says in the water, Albert. Mm. And just as you saw Michael's reaction to Jason, that made more sense to. Well, to be fair, Danny does have more resentment. I mean, let's be honest. Michael was more important to Jason than Danny was, and Jake was for that matter. So, Krista says we just finished. Krista said we finished move. We finished the move. Now we just unpack. Oh, that seems like a hard job in itself. Harry says Victor Newman is not just the hell he is. The hell he is. Come on, Courage. You know damn well that chick is a nut job. Also, she thought that she was smarter than the great Victor Newman. How she thinks she is. Ron says, "Oh, you better not try to get days canceled by signing a petition with Queen Nakisha." Ron, if I get a show canceled, it's going to be because of me. Michelle says today's episode of Jason was amazing to have several things to say. One, Sam pissed me off today. Two, turning on Jason like she did. Oh, two, Sonny should know better than to doubt Jason's loyalty. Three, I was so proud of Drew. Oh, Michael for believing Sam. Okay. And I agree with all that, Michelle. I agree with all that. Yeah, now it's the yeah. Who does she think she is? Okay, so Kyrus is trolling tonight. Okay, that's cool. Kyrus, you doing a live stream tonight? Terry says I was watching you early on my TV. Can't do yeah, exactly, Terry. I can't write comments on the TV also when I'm watching on my PlayStation. Hmm. I mean, I've never actually saw the original. I never actually saw the original. Well, I never actually saw the first one. So I don't know. I mean, I watched Sonic, but Mario. Michelle says, and for Drew pissed me off turning on his twin brother. Yeah, that was kind of out of pocket. Curry says, no, I'm not live streaming tonight. I will tomorrow night though. Okay. All right. Crystal says Sam ended everything with Jason a year before his death and slept with Dante as soon as he died. Damn. Yeah, they destroyed her character, like I said. But you know, honestly, to tell you the truth, Curry, I'm glad that you had a good birthday though. That I will sit there and say. I don't know what you was writing up there, but I'm glad you had a good birthday though. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me feels like I shouldn't message her to sit there and ask if she's okay. So I feel like it's the responsible thing to do. And he says, if Nikki keeps drinking, I will start. Nikki, Nikki, Nikki. Ron says, why Bell would make such a public statement like I don't care about the audience, so tune off if you're not happy. Um, well, Ron, I was gonna sit there and say something sarcastic, but to be honest, he's an idiot though. Crystal says it's still Chris and Dan material. Guess they're going out with a bang. Taking no prisoners. Yes. All right, you think that me and Kyrie should start a petition to get forgotten character back? I don't know. Depends on how generous Kyrie says. Kyrie says that Afterglow was my enemy. I woke up at 5 a.m. a whole mile to the gym by 6 a.m. 6:10, I realized what the hell. Then the real me came back. And Kyrie said I didn't drink. Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. That's cool for the Mario fans. And Ron says, I don't blame you if you're not happy. Hey, oh, you're talking to somebody else. Harry says the real me that remembers I'm not a morning person. Yeah, I'm not a morning person either. But caffeine definitely helps. Whew, caffeine definitely helps. Caffeine is like the saving grace when I have to wake up super early. When I gotta wake up at like 4 o'clock and I gotta be work at 6 o'clock, when 5 o'clock comes, I'm like, I'm heading to Starbucks or I'm heading to Dunkin' Donuts. Michelle says, so Heather Weber would be Jason and Drew's aunt. I guess so. Krista says a former actress on GH died. Robin played Terry back in the day. Her sister is. Oh wow. R.I.P. Um, but yes, caffeine is definitely a saving grace in the morning. Krista says love Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, saving graces of the mornings. Because honestly, tell you the truth, if I gotta sit there and deal, Michelle says, "Albert, did you see my question about how?" Yeah, I think that yeah, I think that would be technically um their aunt. I think so. I think that would technically be their aunt. Is she Jason's and Drew aunt? I think so. I'm not too sure, but I think so though. I don't blame you, Krista. But no, just to answer that question, Michelle, I think so. I think that Heather would be their aunt. Of course. Trust me, Michelle. I try to answer all the comments. Sometimes they do come a little kind of fast though. Harry says Lily got a lot of class, but I want her to slap Heather one good time. And Krista says Franco was their cousin. Susan says I thought Heather and Susan were good friends. Hmm. Yep, the two. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. He's been acting for a while, right? So I totally understand why he wants to sit there and just kind of take a bit of a break to some extent. Ron says, Albert, why did the guy break into the studio? Yeah, Ron, that I'm not gonna lie, that was scary. That was scary. Have a good night, Krista. No, that was scary though. Wink said, just a reminder, Albert, have you seen the Crow reboot with I wanna watch it. I wanna actually when it comes out, Wink, I'm actually gonna watch it. I'm actually gonna make a point to actually watch it. Yeah, I still got to see the first season now. I want to actually watch the first season. Curry says, and I know you disagree, but I think Lily looks better than Heather. I can't stand 10 toes down by that. Okay. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think they're both pretty. Um, so in reality, they're almost actually kind of. I'm not gonna lie. When Lily came back, there's something about Lily where she actually looks better than when she left. Not saying she wasn't pretty before, but it's like the chick actually looks a little bit. There's something about it. I'm just like, damn, I don't know what it is, but so I don't entirely disagree with you, but I don't agree with you either. Wink says Lily and Stephanie looks good coming back. There we go. There we go. Yes. Jonathan was good. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame her either, Ron. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you either. I mean, I don't blame her either. Some guy broke into the studio. That's, I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, if her own workspace can't protect her, then yeah. Yeah, no, she's not. Oh yeah, no, hey, no, they're both good looking. Johnson says if the writers destroy Sam's character, maybe the writers can fix her character. Hopefully, yes. Michelle says, is there any truth of the rumor that Roger wants to bring honestly tell you the truth, Michelle, that's the first time that I heard that. So I can't even sit there and say that's literally the first time I heard that. I mean, that would be a good thing, Jonathan. Uh, yeah, Ron, but I mean, it was a two-way street, though. LaShawn says, I don't care for Lily since when Chelsea tried to. Okay, hey. Wink says, I'll be down for Todd coming back to play by Roger. Give Drew a run for his money with another agenda. Hmm, okay, all right. And Jonathan, I do apologize for doing this, but you came in just as the time I was going to sit there and leave, which was 18 minutes past the time I said I was going to sit there and leave, or end the live stream. But I do actually have to wake up early in the morning. So I'm going to end the stream here, but I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was actually a lot of fun. Stay longer than I actually intended to because, well, you know how we get down. Um, yes. So thank you for joining tonight. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you, Jonathan. Have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you, Wink. Have a good night, Wink. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. Have a good night, AE. Have a good night, Unlimited. Have a good night, Queen Mel. Have a good night, Queen Gorgeous Janet. Have a good night, Susan. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Kyrie, the one and only. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. And again, have a good night, Lady J. And Michelle says, may I ask you a question before you leave? I was hoping you could help me with an idea for my husband, and I'm telling uh for with an idea for my husband, and I'm telling our family about our second child. Do you want to do like have a night, ZK, and have a good night, Mel. Cherry ice cream. And yes, thank you, Jonathan. Make sure you hit that like button. Michelle says, I was hoping my friends on your channel could help me with an idea. I'll work on that, Ron. So, yes, before we go, any ideas on how Michelle could tell her husband? Because I'm not really too sure, but if anyone here could sit there and have an idea, I'm going to leave that open for a hot minute. Not leaving just yet. Yeah, but any ideas on how to, um, I mean, are you worried that he's gonna like react in a negative way or something, or react in a bad way? Because I mean, like if you know, I'll be super thrilled. Michelle says my husband and I are planning on telling my mom and brother and his. Oh, okay. So he knows. So you want you okay. So you're asking for how to tell um your mom and brother. Okay, so so how does it then tell the rest of the family? So like one of the things I would sit there and say is like maybe well, damn, you can't do a gender reveal party. Damn. Michelle, when are you actually when are you gonna tell them? When are you gonna tell them? Because I can sit there and maybe and my husband already knows. Oh, okay. Susan says have a party. Hmm. Oh, I'm thinking. I don't, A says invite the family for dinner. Yeah, that might be a good start. Why not? Have a little especially with food. That usually always like calms the situation, or just to have a little get together and stuff like that. Patreon says, when do you want to tell them? Not like AE says. We were actually planning a dinner for Saturday night. There you go. I think a dinner would actually be a good idea, a good time to do that, especially since they're already going to be there. Yeah, I think a dinner would actually be a good setting. Everyone's there, the family's there. Yeah, I like it. I hope that does actually help. Do it at a dinner. But as far as like how to open up the conversation, that I'm not too sure about. I think it's a good setting, I would say. But since it is actually this Saturday, I mean, if you are asking questions on how to sit there and talk to them about that, then we can definitely, yeah. Oh, of course. Michelle, listen, this is what we're here for. We have a good time, but we also, now Becky says you could do a dessert gender reveal if you already know what you are having. With cupcakes as desserts. Yeah, kind of be a two for one thing. Pink or blue in the dessert? Yes. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Oh, okay. Spencer says Sam is really good on my nerves. I don't know if she's delusional or she doesn't know what to believe. Like, call the cops. He's a father of your children. If you want that, Spencer, that's why I said like they're destroying her character. Exactly why I said they're destroying her character. And Mel says you should have a family dinner and start opening up about your happy news. Yeah, it's a very joyous occasion. But um, they don't want to know what the sex is. So okay, now Becky says you could do all colors then. Just a baby coming dinner party. Yeah, I think that's cool. Oh, nice. Now Michelle says I was thinking of having wine on the table and then telling my mom and his parents I can't and hope they catch on. I like that. I like that. That's good. I like that. Spencer says you can argue saying that they ruined Sam's character because if you haven't watched General Hospital back in 2007, they ruined. Jason and Sam really bad. Like they had Elizabeth manipulate Jason to lie to Sam. Hmm. Krista says I had to do research. I had to research this. Heather and Susan were first cousins, making Jason, Drew, and Franco second cousins. Hmm. But yeah, that was still make Heather their aunt. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Well, I mean, I hope that that helped, Michelle. But listen, I mean, we could sit there and definitely talk more about it tomorrow as well, in case I come up with anything new, or somebody in the chat comes up with something new. Because that would be one of many great ideas. So we actually got some time too, because it's not just Saturday. That's one of the great things. Johnson says Jason and Drew are also Steve's second cut. Oh, Steve Lard. Yeah, you're right. Michelle, we love you as well. And I am like I said, I'm very honored to sit there and share in your excitement. So, and to my friends, it's just have a good night, Krista. Thank you. And to my friends, it's just Michelle. Okay. Becky says we can keep talking about this until you have to get up. No, but I'm just saying, I want to sit there and kind of give her some sort of ideas to actually come up with. So I want to just close it just on that before we can at least try to answer her question. But yes, Michelle, we are your friends, so and we appreciate having you. Michelle says, "Do you guys think my 3-year-old daughter is old enough to explain she's going to be a big sister?" I can't answer that, so hopefully somebody else in the chat could, just because I don't have kids. I don't know. I kind of need like a parent to sit there and help with that one. Becky says, "Absolutely. Good night, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening." Yes. Thank you, Becky. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like we got. I mean, well, Becky says yes. I would definitely want to sit there and ask people who have kids, parents that question, um, just to kind of get more of a answer to that one, since I'm not a parent. Spencer says, I hope Danny better keep his mouth shut about Jason. The only person he should say something to about Jason is really Michael Willow and Carly. Well, thank you, Spencer, because people seem to say that he's out of pocket. That Jason's out of pocket for telling Danny to lie to Sam, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I don't. I don't understand this, Spencer. I really don't. But yes, now I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream, but we will talk more about this as well. Michelle says, "Good night, you guys. I love you. I am going to get some dinner." Well, I love you as well, Michelle. So thank you for joining us. Thank you again for sharing your news with us. I appreciate that. I really do. So have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next live stream or video. Spencer said, he said, Albert, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Yes. You have a great night. And thank you again for coming through, Spencer. I appreciate you.